There are people with worse portfolios than you who are getting hired right now. And there are people with incredible renders who can't land a single client. The difference isn't talent. It's that they have 5 specific skills, and most Blender artists only ever build 1 or 2 of them. Today I'm breaking down all 5 in order, so you know exactly what to focus on next. Quick context if you're new here. This channel is all about building an actual career with Blender, not just making things that look cool in a render. I made every mistake in the book figuring this out, so let's skip the mistakes and go straight to what actually gets you hired. Here are the 5 skills, ranked in the order clients actually care about them. Skill 1. Finishing things. I know that sounds too simple to be skill number 1. But I promise you, this is the single biggest difference between people who get hired and people who don't. Most Blender learners have 30 unfinished projects, a messy folder of half-textured models and abandoned scenes. Clients don't pay for potential. They pay for finished work, on time. If you can take a project from a blank scene to a fully rendered, polished final result, every single time, you are already ahead of probably 70% of people learning Blender right now. This is the skill nobody talks about because it's not flashy, but it's the one that actually pays the bills. Skill 2. Solving a specific problem, not just making 3D stuff. Here's something that took me way too long to understand. Clients don't hire you because you're good at Blender. They hire you because you solve their specific problem. A game studio needs optimized, game-ready assets. An architect needs a realistic walkthrough render. A brand needs a product visualization for an ad. These are completely different skill sets wearing the same software. The artists who get hired fastest are the ones who can say, I make X for Y, not I do 3D stuff. Pick your X and Y. That clarity alone makes you 10 times easier to hire. Skill 3. Lighting and presentation. This one is sneaky important. I've seen mediocre models look incredible because of great lighting and composition, and I've seen genuinely impressive models look amateur because they were lit flat and presented badly. Clients are judging your work in about 3 seconds. They are not zooming in to check your topology. They're looking at the overall image and deciding, does this look professional? If you only have time to improve one thing this month, improve how you light and present your final renders. It is the highest return on effort skill on this entire list. Skill 4. Speaking client, not artist. This is a communication skill, and it's the one most 3D artists actively avoid working on, which is exactly why it's such an advantage if you do. Clients don't care about subdivision levels or your modifier stack. They care about deadlines, revisions, and whether you understood their brief. Being able to translate, make it pop into an actual creative decision, and explain your choices in plain language builds trust fast. The artists who communicate clearly get rehired. The artists who only speak in technical jargon get a one-time gig and then ghosted. Skill 5. Speed without sacrificing quality. Last one, and this is the skill that turns a hobby into an actual income. Clients have deadlines, budgets, other projects waiting on yours. Being able to deliver consistent quality faster means you can take on more work, charge confidently, and become the person a client trusts with a tight turnaround. This doesn't mean rushing. It means having efficient workflows, templates, and habits that remove wasted time. This is usually the last skill that develops, and it's the one that takes you from good freelancer to fully booked freelancer. Let's recap the 5 skills, in order. Finishing things, completely and on time. Solving a specific problem, not just making 3D stuff. Lighting and presentation. Speaking client, not artist. Speed without sacrificing quality. Notice something. Not one of these is knowing every single Blender feature. That's the trap. Clients don't hire feature checklists. They hire people who solve their problem reliably. If this gave you some clarity on what to actually focus on next, that's the entire point of this channel. Cutting through the noise so you can build a real career with Blender, faster. So if you want more videos like this, hit subscribe right now. I'm posting daily this month, and the next video might be the exact piece you're missing. Drop a comment and tell me which of these 5 skills you're weakest at right now. I read every single one, and it might become my next video. See you in the next one.